Hey everyone, Chris here. Thank you very much for coming back for yet another episode. Today we're taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series Hera Syndulla action figure by Hasbro. So like we usually do, we're going to take a look at the packaging first. Here we have the Star Wars Black Series logo up the top. We have a nice image of Hera here down at the bottom right hand corner. And then we have this clear plastic window so we can see the action figure in her plastic tray inside the packaging. Let's go ahead and spin the packaging around. We have number 42 on the side. Here on the back we have that same image of Hera there, plus a little write-up about the character. Hera Syndulla, the captain in the heart of the Ghost Rebel crew. Hera Syndulla was a gifted pilot and leader. Her command of her crew and the respect she's earned from the Phoenix Squadron prompted her promotion to Squadron Leader by Commander Sato. Alright, we're going to go ahead and open up the package. We'll take a closer look at the action figure. Articulation, detailing, things of that nature, and we'll see you there. So honestly, there's really not much to talk about in regards to package contents. Only accessory included with this extremely dainty pistol. It is small. They were able to get in there with some nice paint apps. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So one concern I do have out of the gates is that, like I mentioned, this pistol is very small, it is very dainty. You can put it in Hera's hand, and she does seem to have a pretty decent grip on it, but it has just kind of popped out on me several times. And I figure that if you try to display her with this in her hand, it's going to pop out where you're not paying attention and it's going to get lost. Luckily, she has a holster right here at her ankle, so we can just go ahead, take that pistol, store it there, and then not worry about it. And the pistol does fit in there pretty snugly, so that's not popping out. Alright, so next let's go ahead and get an accurate measurement on her height. Get the old trusty tape measure. And she is, looks like just shy of 6 inches, maybe 5 3/4 inches tall. A little bit more. Now I do have to say that I really do like the looks of this character. They did an excellent job taking Hera, which is a very animated style character. She translated very well over to the Black Series. There's a very realistic design for it, very realistic look. So I do appreciate that. I know that I've seen Kanan in the Black Series, and unfortunately for me at least, I don't think Kanan translated over as well as Hera did. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation of the figure. First off, I want to show you this. Let's zoom in to her face. Now this isn't actually a point of articulation, but it's kind of neat that these goggles, they are, I'm assuming, glued on to where her ears are. Does she even have ears? I forget if the Twi'leks have ears or not. But anyway, it's not actually glued to her forehead, so there's some movement here in the goggles. So look, you can put it over her eyes. But it's not meant to stay that way, so they're just going to bounce right back up. But I think it's kind of neat that they did not glue the goggles right to her forehead. There's a quick close-up of the face sculpt. Did a real nice job on this figure. Alright, so for articulation, her head can, I think her head's on a ball joint, so it can really move all around. There is some restriction here at the shoulders, but you can actually, if you want to, you can just pop, I don't know what if these have an official name, but tentacles? I don't know. You can pop that over her shoulder so she can look directly to her side. So she has some good, decent movement there in the neck. The shoulders are both swivels and hinges. And actually so are the elbows. There's a hinge right here, plus you can swivel it all around. The wrist is a swivel. And these joints are duplicated on the other arm as well. Actually, the wrist is a swivel and a hinge, but it's really hard. I'm not sure if it's been locked in place because of the paint job or what. I don't want it. It's not moving the way I expect it to. I don't want to force it because these are very small wrists. I don't want to snap them off. Just know that that is like a double jointed wrist. She can swivel, plus she has a hinge there. Her torso pivots around at the waist. Actually pivots and moves forward. That could be a ball joint in there. You can't actually see the joint, but from the range of motion, that could very well be a ball joint. The hips have the ball joints as well. And these straps here, another thing about the just the design work, the detailing that went into it, these straps are not molded to her legs. These are actually separate rubber pieces that dangle here, and they move with her, and that's a very cool detail. Her knees are double jointed. And then her ankles, they tilt side to side, and they got a hinged back and forth, and there's like a little slight soft ratchet in there. It clicks into certain locations, certain positions. One thing that it doesn't have, she doesn't have, I kind of feel like there should be a swivel here in her calf, or in her shin, and it doesn't, so it's pretty much just her feet are pointing forward. Spin around to the back. None of the detailing is lost. None of the sculpt is lost. All around, paid a lot of attention to the detailing in this figure, and I definitely do appreciate it. I can't stress enough how well this character translated over from the animated style to the Black Series realistic looking design. So she is a little bit tough to stand. I mean, obviously this surface has bumps in it, so this is not the best surface to use an example. Even my little turntable here has a slightly bumpy surface. So she is tough to get stand up on it, partially because of the surface, partially because of her. Those ankle joints are not the strongest in the world. You might be able to get a stand to help her. She does have pegs or holes in her feet. You can peg her into a stand. But again, the ankle joints, I'm not sure how well they're going to hold up. You might want to get a stand that goes around her waist. So there you have it. Star Wars Black Series Hera Syndulla action figure by Hasbro. Definitely, I've not seen a lot of these in the stores. I think I was lucky to find this one. If you do see it in the stores, I definitely recommend picking it up. It's a great figure to have. A lot of my Black Series figures are put back in the box and put away. I feel like I need to have her on display, so I'll have to bust out my other figures to display with her. So there you have it. If you have any specific questions, please let me know down below. Any comments, please. I want to hear your opinions too. Thank you very much for stopping by, and we will talk to you later.